Gunslinger Hunter was one of my absolute favorite builds to play in Destiny 1. The combination of area denial trip mines and anti-shotgun rusher throwing knives was a thrill to play. Unfortunately, the Gunslinger Hunter hadn't seen much love recently except for the 6-shooter tree. That is, until the recent changes implemented in Season of Dawn. So today I wanted to share what's becoming my absolute favorite class to play for PvP, the Sniping Gunslinger 2.0. Let's quickly talk about the key changes made this season to help the bottom tree gunslinger Way of the Sharpshooter. The old throwing knife has changed to become a weighted knife, which now has a small wind-up animation but moves much faster and with less drop than before. It also does increased damage, enough to one-shot kill with a headshot in PvP. It is incredibly fun to use. Landing back-to-back headshot kills is definitely one of the most satisfying feelings in the entire game. It also can bounce off of one surface while still doing full damage. This allows you to make some really cool plays on enemies who are hiding behind cover. Headshot kills with a weighted knife still refund your melee charge, so you can string together some crazy consecutive killing sprees. Practice makes perfect. The buff that charges your super energy faster after getting a precision shot now grants a bit less super energy while active, but the duration of the buff lasts longer. This buff stacks up to 5 times and you get 2 stacks from a precision kill. With 5 stacks active, your super regeneration rate is noticeably faster. A new perk has been added called Knock 'em Down. Precision kills increase weapon stability and ADS speed. The buff duration on this starts at 10 seconds and each kill or assist adds time with a cap of 25 seconds. The extra stability added is incredibly helpful, even on PC with mouse and keyboard. Watch this clip where I shoot the last word without moving my mouse at all, and then again with the buff active. The recoil climb is basically cut in half and you can really feel it in the game. I haven't tried this on console yet, but I imagine it really helps a ton because recoil on the last word is so much harder to control over there. There's also a special nuance to the buff that's a bit more helpful in PvE than PvP. While the buff timer is above 20 seconds, your golden gun does 30% more damage. This timing window is determined upon the moment that you cast your super and it lasts for the entire duration of the super. So as long as you pop your golden gun with at least 20 seconds or more left on the buff, you don't have to rush your shots to still get the full benefit. It is important to note that this does not stack with Celestial Nighthawk, but the damage still actually gets pretty close to matching the Nighthawk if you take full advantage of this perk synergy. Back to PvP. I found this tree to work really well no matter if I'm running a shotgun or a sniper. But for this particular build, I want to go over my favorite sniper setup that I've been using in competitive survival because it's just so much fun. The cornerstone of the sniping build revolves around using the last word and Lucky Pants. Lucky Pants gives you the exotic perk Illegally Modded Holster, which grants faster swap speed and bonus accuracy to hand cannons shortly after switching to them. This helps out with the last word immensely because it has a notoriously bad pullout time. Using the last word with Lucky Pants allows you to hit a body shot with a 90 RPM sniper like Beloved, and then just a single headshot with the last word to clean up the kill. You can pull out the last word almost instantaneously, so this happens really quickly. You can also pair it with a 72 RPM sniper body shot, and it only requires a single body shot with the last word to get the kill. If you're more of a 140 RPM sniper kind of player, that works just fine too, but you'll need to hit at least 2 body shots with the last word to clean up the kill. In this case, you're probably better off just going for the double body shot sniper kill if you don't land the first shot as a headshot. As for your heavy, you can pretty much use anything you want here. I'd suggest either a machine gun or a grenade launcher like play of the game. Personally, I mostly use Hammerhead since it's one of the most reliable machine guns at range, and it also has the potential for quite a few kills per heavy pickup if you hit all of your shots. As for your armor, you're going to want to prioritize both mobility and recovery for this build. With the recent changes to Armor 2.0, you no longer have the ability to run Paragon mods to get your dodge back faster. Instead, your class main stat contributes to your class ability cooldown timer. So for hunters, that means that you're running mobility to get your dodge back faster. For warlocks, it's recovery to get your rifts back faster. And for titans, it's resilience to get your barricade back faster. Recovery is still an essential stat in high level PvP, and you'll see most of the best players running something close to 100. It makes a massive difference in how quickly you can get back into the fight after taking damage. So here's what I'm currently running in each armor slot. For my helmet, I have a recovery mod and enhanced sniper targeting. For my gloves, I have a recovery mod and enhanced hand cannon loader. You'll notice here that I'm running blue gloves on my account. That's not a mistake. That's because for the War Mantis blue glove set, all of the stats roll onto just the top 3 stat categories: mobility, resilience, and recovery. This means that you can really stack up some high numbers on those stat categories. I've had my eyes out for a stat that maximized mobility and recovery along with a void energy roll for a long time, and I finally got a really nice drop. If I was running legendary gloves here instead, I'd probably use the enhanced sniper reloader perk from the seasonal artifact as well. For my chests, I'm running a mobility mod and enhanced unflinching sniper aim. You could also choose to pair just regular unflinching sniper aim and unflinching hand cannon aim together, but I find that the sniper flinch control is much more important. For my boots, I'm running a mobility mod and double sniper rifle scavenger. That way I get 3 total bullets per green ammo brick. The other nice thing about Lucky Pants is that it comes with a void energy roll right out of the collection, so you don't have to worry about farming for a great roll. And finally, for my class item, I'm running a mobility mod, remote connection to get super energy when I get sniper kills, along with distribution. You have a lot of great options here depending on how you want to tweak your playstyle, so don't hesitate to try out a few different combinations on your cloak. The amount of mobility and recovery mods you choose to run depends on your armor's stat rolls. I would shoot for a total of at least 80 on both stats. For your subclass options, I recommend tripmine grenades for any map that has nice surfaces to throw them onto, and then otherwise scatter grenades. Both dodge options are good, but the weighted knives are so powerful, I'd suggest going with the bottom option, Gambler's Dodge, to get them back whenever you dodge near an enemy. The animation on Gambler's Dodge is a lot nicer too, which helps you escape some really tricky situations. For your jump, I'd go with Strafe Jump, but really this one's personal preference. The beauty of this build is how dominant you can be at almost any engagement distance. Up close, you have the stopping power of the last word, which requires only 3 headshots for a kill or 4 body shots. And you also have your weighted knife, which is really effective in the air if you need to jump and float over a doorway. For mid-range, the last word does surprisingly well, and your sniper plus last word quick switch combo works incredibly well if you're not able to land a headshot with your first shot on a sniper. And of course, since you're using a sniper, you can completely dominate the long-range game as long as you can land your shots. By the way, I did create a comprehensive sniping guide if that's part of your game that needs some work. You can find it on screen here as well as linked in the description. Probably the weakest part of this build is actually the super. It's not terrible by any stretch, but since you don't get the same damage mitigation of a roaming melee super, you're really squishy, and it's not like you can go on some crazy killing spree since you only get 3 total shots. However, it is a pretty solid shutdown super. You can take out any roaming super in the game with a golden gun headshot. So that wraps up the build. I'll let some gameplay roll out so you can see some of the potential plays. I've been using this build in both quick play modes as well as solo survival, and it's an absolute blast. It brings me back to some of my favorite times in Destiny 1 playing Gunslinger. If you found this video helpful, please consider giving it a thumbs up rating. It really helps my channel out more than you can imagine. Also, if you have any questions or thoughts on the build, I'd love to hear from you down below in the comments. I'm trying to upload at least 1 new video a week, so be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss my next one. The gameplay from this video was mostly captured from my streams on Twitch. You can catch me over at twitch.tv/pattycakespc. I'd love to chat with you while I'm live. I also enjoy playing competitive PvP with viewers occasionally, so if you're on PC, be sure to stop by and say hi sometime this season. Finally, we have a great Discord community that's always discussing the game and finding new ways to improve. There's a link to check it out in the description. That's all for now. Catch you guys next time.